My name's Greg Clark. I work for Scottish and Southern Electricity Network. We're here in Orkney this week to set out our proposals to provide a transmission connection from Orkney to the north of Scotland mainland to allow additional forms of new renewable electricity generation from across Orkney to be transported from the islands to the mainland to areas of demand across the country. Our proposal will see a new substation located at Finstown. An underground cable will then connect from that substation to either Wearbeth or Billiacrew to the west of Stromness on the Orkney mainland. And then a subsea cable will then take the power from the Orkney mainland down to Dounreay in Caithness and then transmitted to areas of demand across the GB transmission system for end electricity users.
Andy Robertson, 94 Victoria Street. I'm Arthur Robertson when I'm in trouble. We're in Clouston's Close, that is Clouston's Pier opposite. A very historic pier, a little set of steps, and that forms the southern boundary of this Noust. And behind me, up the slip, is Clouston's Close, and all the houses in Clouston's Close, my house 94 Victoria Street, or rather my sister's house 94 Victoria Street, and people in the deli, all have right of access to this Noust. It's on their title deeds, and also of course we've used the law here, so that the properties along this foreshore would own to the end. So I'm 100% in favour of a sewage upgrade. I mean, you can't keep putting raw sewage into the sea. We've been expecting this upgrade for some 20 years, so now it's finally come. And the Sinclair men are doing great work up on the land side. I understand that the contractor, that the Lease Marine, was short of time here because they had a barge on hire, they had a crane on hire. Not that many big tides available, so the last big tide they were in here dug out best they could, and they're working to the spec they're given. Unfortunately they weren't able to dig out enough, so the concrete matting and piping and the diffuser that you see are all standing much prouder than what we would want, at least a metre prouder. But I would question the very technology they've used. One of the things that's causing the problem is the outfalls of plastic pipes which float. I think in this historic location, a metal pipe buried in a metre deep trench to a smaller diffuser further out at sea would make much less impact on this house.
Hello, I'm Edward Manson. I'm a MSP for the Highlands and Islands, a regional MSP. I'm also convener of the Rural Economy and Connectivity Committee. And we're out here actually over 2 days to find out about what people in the islands think about the Islands Bill. It's a new bill being brought forward by the government, covering about 5 key areas. And we've been taking evidence today from businesses, from young people, and also from trusts and community groups about how they think the Islands Bill will affect them.
Why do you think it's important that people in Orkney engage with the process of the Islands Bill?
Well, the people in Orkney started it off. Our islands, our future, and that's what's brought the government to bring the bill forward. I think what's really important for us as a committee is to understand what people expect from the Islands Bill, because we're scrutinising it and then we'll be reporting back to government and to Parliament on what we think is right in the bill and if there's any things that need changing.
Getting the boots strapped and leaning out. She did her special lower time, heavy in the hoop, sharp, heavy in the hoop. shot and broken, and I'm no real green. Coming is grand, all together. Souls of steel, blooded eyes. Souls of steel, blooded eyes. Keep my feet well footed and applied in my life. When things are forward, kicking it high, getting the boot, strap and leading out. She's been pressure running down, heavy in the hoop, shot and broken, heavy in the hoop, shot and broken, and I'm no ready. Coming again, all together.
The news, and would you like to tell us a wee bit about yourself, what you're here and what you're selling?
Right, we are selling crafts from Mongolia. It's Mary and Martha Mongolia crafts that started 2007, and it was Bill and Irene Manley. We used to work in Nepal with them many years ago, and they moved to Mongolia and started this business. And the whole idea is to have an ethical fair trade business in a developing country. And they are the only business now in Mongolia that has a World Fair Trade Association status.
Yeah.
And they determined to do ethical business in the country.
Is this
like
in or
Mongolia.
outer Mongolia?
It's based in Ulaanbaatar, yes, but they have artisans working all over the country, and they train people to how to run an ethical business. That's the whole idea, and the business has grown 100 or more than 100% in 10
That's
years,
brilliant.
and they now sell products all over the world.
Hello, I'm Colin Muir from One Cafe in Kirkwall. This is a short news on our new takeaway mugs for people to come in, hot drinks and stuff like that, and hopefully if it all works out to us, we'll be doing away with our disposable takeaway cups. This is the main aim. So it's just getting it started, and hopefully we will be able to make a difference.
And how much do these cups cost, Colin?
The initial cost of the cups is £4. This is what it costs us to get them home and buy them. So, as we say, there's no charge to make money on them. That's just for the sole purpose of doing away with the disposable ones. And people can buy them and they can come back and fill them, or take their own mugs in and get them filled.
And are they pretty good at keeping things warm?
They're not too bad. The few or so we're spoken to the people that's had them, and the one boy's been working here and he's getting 3 to 4 hours and they're still fairly well hot. So they're getting good results out of them.
Seems a great idea.
Time will tell. Hopefully it'll take off and it'll make it a better place at the end of it.
Thank you.
I'm John Mowat. I've lived and worked in Kirkwall for most of my working life, retired now.
And I see there's a new YouGov poll that says the SNP are going to take Orkney and Shetland. What's your view on that, John?
Well, I believe it when it actually happens, but SNP have been doing well in recent elections, and the last Westminster election showed that Orkney and Shetland were marginal. So we've been getting closer and closer every time.
I'm Chair of Voluntary Action Orkney, and Voluntary Action Orkney is a third sector interface, and its key role is to represent the third sector in the very broadest sense within Orkney, and it offers a whole range of support services to the third sector, things like help with constitutions, advice on setting up organisations, payroll, there's a photocopying service, lots of very basic things, but it also represents the third sector in some of the integrated joint board and some of those kind of organisations, so it is quite a broad role. It's partly funded by the Scottish Government and by Orkney Islands Council, so it has to sort of chomp through the hoop that the government set it really.
Hello, my name is David MacArthur. I'm the relatively new Director of Nursing, Midwifery and Allied Health Professionals here in NHS Orkney. Part of my duties is to pick up the role of Veterans Champion, and that's particularly appropriate for me because I'm a veteran. I've served in the Army Medical Services, and I've had a number of tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. So when it comes to speaking about veterans and understanding the needs of veterans, I'm probably better placed than most to give that full consideration. One of the issues that we have, and it's a national issue, not just a Scottish issue, is that we don't know where you are as veterans. We don't know where you're living. We can take some broad brush statistics and have a guess at where the veterans hotspots are and where people have retired to, but that really is a very broad brush approach. We don't know where you as an individual live, or how you've got here, or necessarily that you're a veteran, and your GP may well not know. So it's really important that whether you're registered currently with a GP or whether you're about to register, that you let your GP know that you're a veteran.